tip number 25. I'm Michael Kiehm.
And I'm Tashina Beckman.
I am honored to have her on this clip with me. She's great at all styles of dancing, but in West Coast swing, this woman rocks, guys. She's got great balance, good power, good spinning ability, good funk in all of her dancing. She's a great hip-hop dancer along with this. But anyway, what we're going to talk about on this tip is how to spin. This is for all levels, and we're working on just some simple basic concepts right off the top. And I'm actually going to let Tashina tell you how she teaches this, because I think she's got some really great concepts for this. So we'll let her get on this one.
Cool. Thanks, Michael.
You bet.
So when I'm first starting with beginners, I always want to say you have to be able to do this by yourself. You don't want to get into your West Coast swing patterns and be dependent upon your partner. So I started dancing when I was younger, and I've had lots of time to practice spins, and I still practice them. So no matter how good you get at them, you always have room to improve. So first things is I always just start with basic balance. You choose one foot to stand on, and you connect your opposite foot to your leg. Now I'm going to turn sideways here. I always make sure that the leg that is connected is flat against. If I leave a tail hanging out, that affects the posture and it affects then your ability to spin. So I always tell my students to connect the leg and imagine a string pulling you up and down so you get that opposition, and then you tighten your tummy or your core. So first things first is I just have the student balance and do it on both feet for as long as they can, and then I switch and I gear them up to getting up on releve, and then you hold it for as long as you can. You can adjust with your arms, kind of play with your balance. Then once you feel comfortable with that, I start with a half spin. So you can just pick up, say I'm turning towards the left, pick up the right foot, and you can do a quarter first if you want, or you can do a half turn, or you can do a full turn. And you practice that as well on both sides. Another thing to practice and work on balance is do it any opportunity you can. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have done spins down the aisleways in the grocery store. When I was little, I knocked stuff off the shelves, but now I've gotten better. So up to you if you guys want to practice there. But as you guys start going, you're going to get a single spin and practice spotting, so picking one spot to focus on and working on your body staying nice and strong. So as you continue to get more advanced, you can add doubles, triples, quads, and then once you feel secure in yourself, you can do it with a partner.
See, I told you she rocks. She's got some great concepts. One thing I would add to that, when you start doing these turns, as soon as you are somewhat comfortable with doing a single turn, go for the next amount of turn. Either a 1 1/4, 1 1/2, or 1 3/4, or 2. Because here's how this works. Your body kind of adapts to itself when you do a movement like this. If you try to perfect a single turn completely before you move on, when you go to do the second turn is a mess. So if you just go ahead and go for the second turn, even if it's not a good one, you'll find out all of a sudden your first turn was pretty dang good. So you get that, and as soon as you get to the second turn and you can do it without faltering or falling, it's not going to be perfect. Go for 2 1/2 turns. Then watch how nice your 2 turns look. They'll actually look pretty good as well. It's just kind of a way of tricking your body into doing the turns and getting your equilibrium set up so that you can make that turn. So that's a good practice method. I love what she was doing there. That should help everybody out. Now, obviously, when you're on the floor dancing and the guy's leading you to turn, you're not going to want to be picking your feet off the ground if you're a newcomer dancer. So this is a practice concept. It's not what I would do socially. So when I would lead her to do a spin, I don't think she's going to pick up the foot in this position when she's trying to learn to spin, but it's perfect for when you're learning it because it forces you to maintain your balance and to tone your core. Okay, so to give you an example of something, I'm going to lead a sugar tuck. Count 1, 2, 3, and 4. She's on the right foot, and she's going to do this as a 1-foot turn. So all she's going to do is take the pressure off of her left foot so there's no weight on it and allow the turn to come around the corner. So that's a half turn that she's doing on her own. I'm just holding the hand. One of the things I find that happens with the spins, especially from the newer dancers, is they feel they have to hang on while they're turning because they're afraid of the fall. They're afraid of balancing. Unfortunately, when you hang on, you're going to create a fall. Because you're going to pull the guy's hand down while he's trying to turn you, and it'll knock you off your center. So you do need to do what Tashina was saying, and that is learn to spin on your own. So identify that he's trying to spin you, and do it on your own. He's just holding the hand. He's not holding you up. So you want to get comfortable with that. He may add a second loop to that turn, which now becomes a 1 1/2 turns. But see, she did that with the foot free from the floor, but very close to the floor. And when she was done turning, she just gently put it on the floor. Now, one trick I would say, always end your turns 1/8 underturned. Here's why. She's turning around and making a spin happen. At the end of that spin, if she stops a little short, there's no pull. If she completes the turn, it goes to a pulling position. You won't be able to help but pull on the arm when that happens, as you'll feel yourself falling backwards. By staying a little underturned, this stays nice and loose, and he can now move to absorb the next pattern, and it won't pull you out of your balanced position. So keeping all your turns 1/8 underturned is going to look better on you, because you won't flatten out that one dimension again. And besides that, you just want to show that you've got really, really good control on your spins. So hopefully that's a good starting for you. We're going to be coming back with other tips on spins where we have to do multiple spins, but right now the biggest thing is getting your balance and your control to be your own. All right? So this is tip number 25. We hope you guys have enjoyed that one.